Dutch Vandalier, Red Dead Redemption's main protagonist and antagonist. A man driven by a plan and the faith of his gang. In this video, we'll be trying to get inside the complex mind of Dutch. Try and figure out what went wrong. What turned this morally gray character who did the right things in the wrong way, a Robin Hood figure, into a desperate man who's clinging on to the past. A ghost of his former self.
Trust me.
Ask yourself this question. How often do you contradict yourself? Probably more than you think. Every day, something we hold dear, believing from the bottom of our heart, can be changed in an instant. Though sometimes you may later regret it, as is the case of Dutch.
Ain't no such thing as civilized. It's man. So in love with greed, he has forgotten himself and found only appetite.
You ain't much of anything more than a killer, Mr. Vanderlind.
Now what does all of Dutch's gang have in common? Abandonment. All of them in some shape or form have been abandoned. Some by their family, hell, even Javier and Squaley had to leave his whole country behind. And who was there to pick up the pieces, build their lives up again, make them feel like they're worth a damn? The gang idolized him, looked at him as both their leader and in ways a father figure. And what was the only thing Dutch wanted in return? Loyalty to him, faith in him.
She was gonna betray us, Arthur. Couldn't you tell?
So what was it that finally broke Dutch from being this idolized Robin Hood-like figure into this rotten killer who destroys everything in his path? Was it all the doubt? Was it the death of his closest and oldest friend, Hosea? Sure, it would have played a part. But what if it was because of a brain injury?
I don't feel so good.
Now you just got a bash on the head.
I'm taking you back to... Part of your philosophy books cover feeding a fella to a goddamn alligator, Dutch. The part that covers weakness. That part.
Get out here! Get out here now!
Someone must have squealed.
Never should have gone after Bronte, Dutch.
Now, I don't expect you to understand this, but I have never been more proud of you than I am right now, brother. You left me! Left me to die! My boy. I didn't have a choice. John, I didn't have a choice. Left me!
So here's the verdict. Dutch has acquired sociopathic tendencies as the result of the head injury he sustained in the Saint Denis robbery. His frontal lobe took the bulk of the damage, which is responsible for how you process things like your emotion, regulating your behavior, your impulse control, as well as social behavior. After the accident, Dutch was no longer the same man. He was broken. All his doubts came crashing in on top of him. Everything he believed in was warped by the likes of Micah. Everyone he held dear and close were now cannon fodder to him.
I am just trying to make sure that some of us survive, Arthur.
You'll figure it out, boss. You always do.
What are you gonna do about John, Dutch?
John,
He's in jail.
we'll get him. Abigail, just not yet.
There's talk of hanging him.
It's not gonna come to that.
Dutch!
Not now, Miss.
Dutch became a lone wolf, fighting the battles inside his own head. He was lost and afraid. The doubt of his gang allowed more darkness to cloud his mind. All he had left was his ideas, his vision, and nobody was going to stand in his way.
I prefer it this way.
As time went on, more and more of Dutch's family left him. It was no longer Dutch's gang, it was just Dutch. and only in the end did he see the impact of what he had done. As Arthur laid there on the floor dying, Dutch knew. He knew something was wrong. Sure, he left Arthur to die before, but that was all his survival instincts kicking in. But as he stood there, looking down at Arthur taking his final breaths, deep down Dutch knew that he had gone wrong somewhere along the line. But there was no going back. There was no point shooting Micah there and then, because what would be the point? Dutch had finally lost all faith.
Now, John. Now. What were you saying?
Dutch, killing me won't solve nothing.
Put down your gun, Marston!
Say something, Dutch. Say something. I ain't got too much to say no more.
You shot me.
Our time has passed, John.